Hey everybody, it's your favorite banana bread themed total drama YouTuber. Y'all have probably seen my last objective ranking video, but in case not, here's the rundown. Points are decided by multiplying when they were eliminated by total number of competitors left. So season 1 Caleb would have 16 points since he was the first eliminated in a season of 16 people. 10 points are added for reaching merge, and 50 points if you made merge in every season. This was used to help contestants with fewer seasons catch up. However, there are fewer rule changes this time. Since there are no alternate endings, the 10 extra points given for winning in Canada was scrapped. And in case of a tie this time, rather than personal preference, individual immunities and other factors I will explain when necessary will be used. Now let's get into the rankings. If you've seen the seasons, you know the bottom two for sure. And if you haven't, then why are you watching? The only two characters who never made merge. Last place is, drumroll please,
when you've long forgotten who I am, I will find you and make you wish you'd never been born!
Scary Girl, aka Lauren, is a funny gimmick character who could have quickly become boring if overused. Thankfully, she managed to always stay fresh due to her being eliminated early. She has great dynamics with Priya, Z, MK, and especially Damien. Her time as Normal Girl was fun. I would have hoped to see her more than one episode. If there is a season 3, Scary Girl would be perfect for like a little mini villain until merge. Scary Girl had 80 points, was a member of the Ferocious Trout and Team Skunk Butt, came in 16th of the Reboot cast, and 69th overall. Nice. And next up...
That's a tap-in, bro! B all day!
Take that, Hollywood.
Nichelle LaDonna, star of the hit TV show Hot Teen Ninja Detective Squad. Nichelle is probably my least favorite character of the reboot. She adds nothing to the seasons, but she isn't bad. High C tier. She's probably the character that would benefit the most from a third season. I wouldn't want her to win, but I'd be down for her to make it to Final 5. Nichelle earned 128 points, was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Ratface, 15th of the reboot cast, and 59th overall. And now it's time for characters who actually made merge.
Dude, this is madness!
Madness? This is drama!
Axel's pretty much the in-between of Eva and Joe. Stronger than Joe, but weaker than Eva. Better social skills than Eva, but worse than Joe. She's even the in-between of them in points. I loved her in Season 1. I like the aggressive leader type. And she has a fun dynamic with the primary color trio, especially Ripper. In Season 2, I think their romance is cute, even if it reduces both of them to action Gidget. Something I feel like people don't bring up enough is her artistic side. She's a great artist, and she loves poetry. It could be something to explore in Season 3. Axel had 154 points, was a member of the Ferocious Trout, and Team Ratface. She was 14th of the reboot cast, and 56th overall. In 13th place is a character I'm a big fan of.
The answer is no! I do not want to get back together!
That wasn't what I was going to say.
Fine! What's your question?
Do you want to get back together?
But you guys are probably bored of my voice.
Chase had a very good run in Season 1, making it to 6th place. Despite this great placement, he didn't really do much in the season. His character largely revolving around Emma and slapstick humor, which is alright since so many other characters in that season had huge arcs to fill. It's nice to have characters like Chase and Z who are just comedic and actually succeed in it. But Season 2 Chase made me depressed. Seeing this character who I loved in Season 1 just get played up for one joke and then eliminated hurt so bad considering he did great in Episode 1. I thought that he was going to be a challenge powerhouse, but it turns out that was not the case. Honestly, I'd love to see Chase have a sort of redemption arc in Season 3 while still retaining his dim-witted nature. Maybe we can actually have a bow tied onto the Emma and Chase situation. But hey, that's up to the big man Terry McGurran, not me. Chase was a member of Ferocious Trouts and Skunk Butt. He earned 218 points and is in 47th place overall.
Next up is likely a shock to most.
Oh no! Weird shots!
Even though Caleb was a runner-up in Season 2, his Season 1 first place boot holds him back majorly. Caleb's a character that gets way too much hate, while his relationship with Priya is paid way too much attention. That's more Priya's fault as she already stayed too long in Season 2. I'm honestly surprised the writers didn't do the standard make that hot dude evil, or at least a prick. If there is a Season 3, I hope to see how he acts without Priya. I hope he gets an actual rivalry with Bowie too. Caleb earned 250 points, was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Ratface, was 12th of the reboot cast, and 42nd overall. Next up is a three-way tie, so I'll explain why each person is in each one of their placements.
Ugh, you are so mulo.
What does that mean?
The fact that you need to ask makes you even more mulo.
The first of the tied three, who are all also tied with Sean, is MK. Oh, how I love this evil wet cat lesbian. MK was a fun secondary villain in Season 1, stealing one of Julia's many phones to watch the confessionals for extra info to use against the other campers. Her elimination feels a tad plot armory for Julia. Why would her team, who don't even believe that MK had the confessionals in the first place, suddenly believe Julia when she mentions MK watching them poop? It's also kind of weird how quickly Julia and MK became friends in Season 2, but I honestly don't mind it since their dynamic is amazing. I would have liked it if she and Julia swapped places, since even though I love her, Julia definitely overstayed her welcome. I understand why though. It'd be weird to have MK do all these physical feats. MK earned 266 points, was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Skunk Butt. She was 11th of the Reboot cast and 38th place overall.
You got this! Straightforward!
Thanks for the help, babe!
I wasn't talking to you! You are doing horrible! And you don't get to call me babe anymore.
Why are you so mad at me?
Are you kidding?
And the next up is Emma, only ahead of MK because she won one immunity. I love Emma. She's so silly. She has great dynamics with Bowie, Z, and Chase. It sucks she went so early in Season 2. I like how she got to break up with Chase, though. If there is a Season 3, she has some prime main character potential. It could be fun to see her rivalry with Julia expanded, her friendship with Bowie rekindled, and maybe even have Chase be a secondary villain working with the main one. Emma earned 266 points, was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Ratface, was 10th of the Reboot, and 37th overall.
I think I have an advantage here. You need a really good memory to recite the periodic table, which I can. Hello, ladies!
And the final of the three is Damien, ahead of the other two due to winning one immunity challenge and because he found the invincibility statue. You could make the argument that Emma should be in first place because she had the best single placement and Damien doesn't even keep the statue, but it's my list. Where to begin with Damien? Well, his interactions are great. He plays out the entire cast really well. In Season 1, I was kind of worried he'd become the new Dave, but I was surprised. Sure, there were some similarities, but there are two main differences. 1, Damien has social skills, and 2, he's actually funny. Watching a regular dude try to play total drama is a great concept. Sucks he got booted as early as he did. Season 2, we got our Damien redemption arc. When I watched episode 1, I was worried Damien would not go far because he was a glorified background character. But thankfully, I was wrong. He was a challenge beast, had an amazing social game, and he found the invincibility statue. Sucks Julia took it. Would have preferred if MK stole it since that's her thing, or if Damien just kept it and got pre-out since she definitely overstayed her welcome. Damien earned 266 points, was a member of the Ferocious Trout and Team Ratface. He was 9th of the Reboot and 36th overall. And we're finally done with the ties. At least for now. Now let's get on to our next camper.
I thought you were my friend, and you crushed me! That crossed the line.
Yeah, the finish line!
Millie is probably the character I have the most mixed thoughts on. On one hand, in Season 1, she's a bit of a floater. But I'd be cool with it if she was more interesting. But she pretty much only interacts with Priya, and after she stops talking shit in her notebook, she loses everything that was fun about her. On the other hand, she's really funny in Season 2. The intro that I used was probably the most I laughed in the entire 2 seasons. I'd give her a high C tier, which is really a testament to how good this cast is, that one of my least favorites isn't in D or F. Millie earned 282 points, was a member of the Ferocious Trout and Team Ratface, was 8th of the Reboot and 33rd overall.
Your helper is Ripper. Yeah! More Ripper screen time for the lucky viewers.
And the second of the primary color trio, and the first to make it to merge in both seasons, another camper who I have a lot of mixed feelings towards. Season 1 Ripper is really fun to watch. Villains are great even if he's a tad goofy. His dynamic with Chase and Z remind me of the old Bash trio. His rivalry with Priya and Axel are fun, and his friendship with Millie is surprisingly amazing. His lines are also immaculate.
You can't slap a man with his own burrito!
Was the most I laughed in Season 1. In Season 2, he feels a tad watered down. His relationship with Axel, while cute, just feels like Jeff and Bridget in action for half a season. I also can't remember anything else about him other than him working with MK and Julia on cheating. Ripper earned 342 points, was a member of the Ferocious Trout and Team Skunk Butt, was 7th of the Reboot and 28th overall. And next up is my personal favorite character of the Reboot cast, the character I've laughed at the most since Lightning, and my personal GOAT this season.
Whoa! What a view! I've never been this high before!
My man Hezekiahs. Where to begin with Z? Well, for starters, he's hilarious. Maybe I just like dumb comic relief characters, but whenever Z was on screen, the show just felt more fun. It's also nice to see some good amputee representation. He's got some amazing dynamics with pretty much everyone. Some standouts are Chase, Damien, and Scary Girl. If there is a Season 3, I'd love to see him make it far. Sure, he's made Merge in every season, but so have 6 others. I don't need him to win. That'd be way too much. But top 5 would be perfect. What else is there to say about Z? He's Z. He earned 374 points, was a member of the Ferocious Trout and Team Ratface, was 6th at the Reboot, and 23rd overall.
Guess that makes this the other team then. What you think, Raji?
I'd be more impressed with a clogged toilet.
And Raj is up next. While Raj is tied with Z, he's slightly ahead due to winning one immunity challenge. Of the 2 hockey bros, I very slightly prefer Raj, because if I want to watch a dumb jock who respects gay people, I just watch Lightning. When I saw Raj get really pissed at Julia for booting Bowie, I thought that would build up to Julia eliminating Wayne, and Raj getting so mad that he'd become a bit of an anti-hero, doing things like cheating and sabotage to get Julia out. It ended up not going that way, but his elimination was still really sweet. If there is a Season 3, I hope we see the Hockey Bros on separate teams, because they really need some more interactions that aren't Bowie and one another. Seriously, the only other interactions I remember are their friendship with Damien and Wayne's alliance with Julia. I'd also like to see Raj get slightly further than Wayne this time, maybe like 2 or 3 places. Raj earned 374 points, was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Skunk Butt, was 5th of the Reboot, and 22nd overall. Our second runner-up and my second favorite character.
Bowie and I agreed to vote for
Bowie is one of the best characters in the Reboot, and who I was rooting for after Z left. I thought I would get my wish when I saw him in the final 2, but alas, they scrapped the multiple endings. Which sucks, because one of my favorite parts of Total Drama is seeing villains of a season win, even if it only really happens twice. His romance with Raj is cute, and it's probably the best non-Gen 1 relationship. His rivalry with Julia is great, and it's fun to watch everyone be a Division 1 hater to him in Season 2. I'd be down for him to go far or early in Season 3. Maybe expand his rivalries with Julia, Priya, Millie, Caleb, and Damien. Bowie earned 406 points, was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Skunk Butt, was 4th of the Reboot and 18th overall. Now I'll give you guys another break from my rambling and let someone else take the floor.
Wayne is probably my favorite character on the cast. In Season 1, he was a sort of leader to his team, and his elimination, though felt a little forced, was very fitting for a first season boot. In Season 2, though, his injury must have done permanent brain damage, because despite still being Wayne, he became a lot dumber of a character. He wasn't coming up with schemes anymore, and was just the dumb comedic relief. This really sucked, because instead of showing why Wayne and Raj were actually different, they just made Raj the smarter one and Wayne the idiot. I was hoping there would be one moment where Wayne won a merge challenge, but that never happened, mostly because they needed to make sure Julia stayed in the game, which I don't understand, because if they were that worried about her leaving, she could have just off-screened her way to another marshmallow. The few quality moments we do get of Wayne are some of the best in the entire reboot, though, in my opinion. The Final Four challenge really does Wayne justice, and for some reason I just think the rating in the Final Four is so much stronger than the rest of the season. Plus, it feels nice to have a winner that didn't have to double-cross anyone to win. I think the newer seasons are too focused on the drama and not enough on the interactions between contestants. He's basically like a modern-day Owen, and if the series doesn't get a Season 3, I think it's fitting it starts with Owen winning and ends with a character like Owen winning. Wayne earns a well-deserved bronze medal in the reboot cast placements. He was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Skunk Butt, earned 438 points, and is overall in 14th place, which is a well-deserved placement for this lovable hockey bro.
And now we're down to our final 2. If you watch the show, it's pretty obvious who it'd be, and if you haven't, then why are you watching? Anyways, second place is...
It's actually no wonder you went extinct, because no one would want to get with that.
Julia is a great villain. Sure, she doesn't reach the heights of some of the best, but she's still in the upper half. She definitely could have been higher if she did some more stuff on screen, like stealing the immunity idol or getting MK eliminated. If she managed to win Season 2, she would have tied with Priya. But alas, she and Caleb tied for 3rd. If there is a Season 3, she should probably be an early boot. Maybe mid-pre-merge at least, or early merge. Let her take the back seat for some new villains, who preferably do stuff on screen. Also, make MKX Julia canon. Julia earned 502 points, was a member of the Frogs of Death and Team Skunk Butt, was second of the reboot, and 12th overall. Finally, the last character of the reboot, and a very obvious first place.
And the winner of this season of Total Drama Island and the $1 million prize is...
Challenge-wise, Priya is one of the strongest in the series, but her parents' overbearingness definitely made her social game way weaker. She made only a handful of allies and had pretty much only one alliance each season. She also trusted Julia when she definitely shouldn't have. I wouldn't be as annoyed with her win in Season 1 if Bowie got an alternate ending, since he played a way better strategic game. In Season 2, she lasted way too long. I never got the hate for characters like Duncan or Owen making it far a lot, but now I 100% get it. If you aren't a fan of these characters, or worse, hate them, you are straight up not having a good time with the show. She definitely should have left sooner. Around MK or Damien's elimination. If it's around MK's elimination, have MK steal Damien's immunity idol, then get everyone to vote MK except MK and Julia, who vote out Priya. Or if it's Damien's elimination, have Damien use the statue on himself and have to get Priya out. If there is a Season 3, she desperately needs to be an early boot. Priya earned 534 points, was a member of the Ferocious Trout and Team Ratface, was first of the reboot and 10th overall. And that's the objective ranking of all the reboot characters. And if you don't remember the full order and don't want to rewatch the first video, here's a refresher. Stacy, Beardo, Tammy, Dakota, Jerry and Pete, B, Amy, Leonard, Dawn, Elodie, Mary, Zeke, Rodney, Mr. Coconut, Sammy, Lori and Miles, Blaney, Brick, Scary Girl, Ella, Tom and Jin, Anne Maria, Topher, Kelly and Taylor, Katie, Eva, Sam, Mickey and Jay, Nichelle, Chet and Lorenzo, Spud and Rock, Axel, Dwayne Jr. and Sr., Joe, Dave, Scarlett, Crimson and Ennui, Max, Lightning, Jasmine, Jace, Sadie, Sugar, Brody, Ryan and Stephanie, Caleb, Justin, Carrie and Devin, Sky, MK, Emma, Damien, Sean, Emma and Kitty, Millie, Jacques and Jose, Tyler, Harold, Sanders and MacArthur, Ripper, Trent, Cameron, Sierra, Scott, Z, Raj, Mike, Noah, Bridget, Bowie, Zoe, Izzy, Beth, Wayne, Cody, Julia, Alejandro, Priya, DJ, Jeff, Lindsay, Lashana, Courtney, Gwen, Duncan, Heather, and Owen. So that's the list. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please leave a comment. Maybe check out the first video, but be warned, the audio is shit. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.